struggles. For the first 1,000 people hanging out with us in here, we want to get right back to where we were before that 10-minute suspension, and you could really help us to do that by merely just double tapping on that phone screen. I swear to y'all, the likes on the live that you see in the top left-hand corner, as well as the shares on the live that you see in the in the bottom right-hand corner, right, are very, very, very important for our algorithm. So that is how we are going to send out, ladies and gentlemen. So just make sure that we're double tapping. Just make sure that we're sharing, and we're going to go ahead and hop right back into the debates. So let's go ahead and get our first guest of the day up into the queue here. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Timmy Tim has to say. What is going on, Tim? Did you vote for the Diaby Donald?
Dean, I just had a simple question.
Oh, fetus. We're going to go to move on to our next guest because that was a fetus. I appreciate you for coming up, but quite frankly, you have to be at least 18 to be on the live chat. Okay, here's my promise. If we could get back to where we were before, if we could get the stream to start sending out, if we could get back up to where we were, we will do another panel with like 6 Trump supporters. So make sure you're double tapping, make sure you're sharing, make sure you're spamming the comment section. Let's get right back up there. Hello, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
I don't believe you. Goodbye. Hi, user. Did you happen to vote for Trump?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Perfect. What year were you born in? Just out of curiosity.
96.
96. Phenomenal. Jess, did you vote for Trump? No, just did not. Okay, Mr. User. Now, why the hell did you vote for Trump?
That's a good question because
Bernard, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I do appreciate you for the love.
I don't know. I just thought he'd be better for America as a president than Kamala.
I mean, like, duh. That's why you vote. I'm asking you why you thought he'd be better.
Okay. Why? Because I like the tariffs.
Oh, you like tariffs? You like the thing that causes inflation?
Okay, well,
you like the thing that like destroys American-owned companies that are reliant on exports.
Okay, this is why though, is because he's not going to impose the tariffs right away. He's going to take some time to impose the tariffs.
Okay, yeah, but the point is he still going to impose them? I don't care, right, if harmful economic policy is implemented day 1 or day 300, right? Any harmful economic policy at all is a downside.
Yes, I agree with that.
But by the way, if you're curious, he did say tariffs on day 1.
Okay, well, this is my thought with the tariffs is that, and I could be wrong, but this is just what I'm thinking, is that he'll impose the tariffs. Obviously, if he imposed the tariffs right away, then it would cause massive inflation.
Causing tariffs whenever you enforce them. It doesn't matter when you enforce them. The fact is, if you enforce them, inflation will follow.
Yes, I agree. But if he will have some time before the tariffs hit, and so
wouldn't that
just mean that U.S. production would go up? Isn't that why he's doing the tariffs? So there's
other ways to incentivize more U.S. production of goods without inflation, like such as just raw investment of capital in the industries. I mean, Biden and Harris did it with the Chips and Science Act, and it worked. Trump did it with a Farm Bill, and it worked. Also, what's up, Taylor? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Are you driving?
No, I'm outside of work.
Okay, I'd recommend you disconnect from Bluetooth on your phone. Just swipe down from the upper right-hand corner if you're on an iPhone. Click the little Bluetooth icon, and just so your mic will be coming through. There you go.
Got you.
You're good now. Okay, all right. So, I mean, like, go ahead. I mean, user, if you wanted to try to finish making a point there, feel free. But Taylor, if you wanted to hop in and tell us why you voted for Trump, you could do that as well.
I just don't vote with Hunter Biden.
Okay. Well, was Kamala Harris related to Hunter Biden at all?
Well, it's just the fact that she's a part of the team. I mean, they endorsed her, right?
So I do just want to clarify, if Kamala Harris was elected, no, like Hunter Biden would not have been a part of her team. And if you're curious about endorsements, like you do understand that the Duke Dennis, like the leader of the KKK, endorsed Donald Trump. On top of the fact, if we just want to talk about familiar associations, his dad was arrested at a KKK rally. And then on top of that, if we just want to talk about friends, he was friends with Diddy and Epstein. So I don't think that you're really going to be able to construct a good argument here.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I think we need more people. We need more people up here. Oh, he left. What a shame. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Can I go back to my point now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and obviously you can disagree, but my thought is, okay, he's doing the tariffs, right? So we're cutting all production from China. Yeah, things will cost more. The goal, though, is to increase U.S. production so that we can control our U.S. market, right?
Yeah. Well, so we already control our economy. I do just want to put that out there. But what was my last
Well, we
point?
do, but when we're relying on other countries for our
Sir, with all due
most of our
respect, can you
goods-
repeat my last point?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, you said that. Hang on. You said that we already control our own economy.
No, that wasn't my last point. It had to, I already just responded to your argument because you repeated your position twice and it was just very lackluster. I'm just going to go to move on. I do apologize though. What is up? 5F. Did you vote for Trump?
Well, I mean, based on your post topic, I don't really think it matters, honestly.
I think it does.
You're just asking me to prove you wrong that Trump will be terrible for America.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, so you could prove me wrong, or we could have a conversation about why you voted for Trump and why he was the worst pick for America as well. I mean, that's kind of like the point of the live, yeah.
Well, I mean, I never said I voted for Trump, but
Well, I mean, I asked you if you did and you didn't respond. So I'll ask you again. Did you vote for
I
Trump?
mean, to me, it doesn't matter based on why your live is up right now. I voted for if I'm willing to talk about what the post topic is.
Yeah, because the point of the topic is to draw people in to have a discussion with me about why they voted for Trump. Typically, the wording chosen for the background of the stream is going to keep that conversation in mind while also being built for the algorithm to be able to grab people in the first 3 seconds, right? So,
I gotcha. I
Yeah.
gotcha. So,
yeah. So did you?
somebody
vote for Trump?
points out something that you posted in a way that somebody then responds to, and they don't give you something the way that you wanted it because that's not how you said you wanted it. It's an issue.
No, it's not an issue, but I'll just probably move on. That's all, man. No hard
So,
feelings. But
so
did you vote for Trump?
can I tell you why I don't think he's going to be terrible for America?
No, I mean, I'm telling you, the qualifiers to have a conversation with me. That would include who voted for Trump. So I'll
Okay,
ask you one this time.
I'll do that then. But then the next time you come up on a live where it's like this, you should probably put that there are qualifiers. I'm just saying. I mean,
they could be.
because
They
you
could
call
be.
people out for
They could be
very little
explicit.
things.
They could be explicitly stated in the background, or they could just be explicitly communicated via voice. I don't think you understand. I'm not shitting on you for not understanding the concept.
I do
because I
understand.
didn't explain it. But now that I've explained it to you, it's pretty implied. So did you vote for Trump? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Okay, you did vote for Trump. Why was it that hard
did.
to tell me that you voted for Trump?
because I don't feel like that was something that was necessary based on what the documented post topic is.
Okay, well, the documented post topic wouldn't just include the text behind me, but it would also include what I say. It's just funny. So I talked to thousands of people about this.
Well, so is that another requirement? Because I'm just trying to get why I'm saying he's not going to be terrible for America.
So you explain to me why he's not terrible for America by telling me why you voted for him. That's just
But see, I get it, you're live, but regardless of my reasons, I'm not trying to necessarily box myself into a position where I then can't defend why I'm trying to get on your live. Does that make sense?
So every single guest that comes up here, I ask them if they voted for Trump. If they voted for Trump, I ask them why they voted for Trump. We then have a discussion about why you voted for Trump. We have a discussion about why you maybe don't like Kamala Harris. We have a discussion about fundamental beliefs and differences between the two parties and the directions in which the two campaigns would have guided America in. It's a very simple concept. You're the first person ever to contest it.
So
I think if this continues
everything-
for much longer, I will just go ahead and move on, but I don't really want to do that. I would love to have a conversation with you, but as you can see, you're being very difficult.
Well, I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just the basis at which I was going to explain why I believe he's not bad for America has nothing to do with the things you just asked me.
Okay,
Because
I'm
I
glad that I could
could feel- I could
clarify
feel
on top
that-
of my background further.
I could feel the same way if I voted for Harris.
So I explained to you, right, the purpose of the live. I don't fault you for not understanding them because they're not
I
explicitly
do
stated
understand
behind
them.
it.
So what do I need to answer?
So
Let
why
me
did you
know.
vote for Trump?
Because it was the right decision for me to make
And why was that?
based on myself, the people I love,
I'm asking you why.
the
Why
things
was
that
Trump a better
matter.
candidate than Kamala Harris?
I think they're all trash. So I just because I voted for him doesn't mean I thought he was better. I'm picking between two evils that I think he's the lesser of.
Which means you think he's a better candidate. So why do you think he's a better candidate?
Well, I think the whole thing of even having a choice is just illusion. But if I don't vote, then I can't really complain about anything. So again, I was picking between the lesser of evils, in my opinion.
Chat, should we just kick him? One second, man. Should we just kick him? Yeah. Yes. Kick. All right. Bye. All right. We're gonna move on to our next guest. What the hell was that, man? What the fuck was that, dude? What a waste of time. What a waste of time for us all. All right, we're going to move on to our next guest here. Everybody just do give us a minute. We got Kevline Bone loading up into the queue for the 5.5 thousand people hanging out with us in here today. Welcome in. If you all started double tapping away on that phone screen, we would be at 500,000 likes in virtually no time. Hello. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right. We need to go over the ground rules of the live before we get our next guest up in here. So we are looking to debate people that voted for Trump. So if you are in the queue, please make sure that you voted for Trump and that you are ready and willing to come up here and have a discussion with me. Additionally, make sure that you're at least 18 and that you are not driving. If you do not fit those criteria, please do not join in the queue. And then also, if you talk shit in the comment section like Matthew Courage just did, I will invite you up into the live and I hope and expect you to join to defend your position to my face. But obviously, it looks like Matthew, who's just invited up, has accepted that challenge, and he's loading in right now. Perfect. All right. Everybody do give Matthew a moment to load in. First of all, Matthew, I would like to appreciate you for not bowing the knee and running away with your tail in between your legs and actually joining. We can appreciate that. Now, secondly, obviously, you voted for Trump. Do you want to go ahead and tell me why so this typical lib can absolutely destroy you?
Thanks, Dean. Yeah, look, I think all of you guys are true nice people for sure. But look, man, this is the second time you got me on here. I'm an Australian.
Okay, all right. Meddling in the politics. I can't take it. He's meddling in the politics. He's meddling in the U.S. politics. I mean, surely we didn't dump the T and C because of you, but the same reasoning would apply. All right. For the 6.2 thousand people in here, make sure that we are double tapping on that phone screen while we are getting our next guest up in the box. If you guys are in the queue, make sure that you voted for Trump, ladies and gentlemen. We got our next guest loading in right now. Then also, if you want to support me, my Venmo as well as my PayPal or my... Oh. Hey, Emma, how old are you?
19.
What year are you born in? Oh, what? Repeat that. You're very quiet.
2005.
That's gonna be okay, fine. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Emma, why?
So I'm 19, so obviously I'm pretty young. I'm a waitress, and his no tax on tips policy could really help me out.
Okay, how about I get an idea though? So Kamala Harris was also running on no tax on tips. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really made aware that she was running on that now.
So now that you are made aware of that, would you have voted for her instead of Trump if you could turn back time?
What? Well, I feel like he should have campaigned on that better if that was something that he was really planning on doing. If
she did campaign on it, yeah.
Not very well, apparently.
Okay, Emma, just because you're not aware of something doesn't mean that they didn't campaign on it well. I think the implication that you're making here is that in order to campaign on a position well, you have to inform 100% of Americans, including those that don't proactively do their own research. And I don't think that's a sufficient, I don't think that's an appropriate standard. So she did campaign on it. She did campaign on it well. Yeah. But I just want to point it out there. I got another question here. How can you as a woman support and care about someone that doesn't support or care about you? Donald Trump has a very long track record of sexism, misogyny, even sexual violence towards women. He obviously doesn't care about women's thoughts, wants, or intentions, or desires. So why do you care about him?
Well, to be honest, I don't think he's a good person,
Me neither.
but I feel like that shouldn't really be a deciding factor in who you vote for in an election.
I think it should.
Well, why do you think that should be a deciding factor?
Yeah, because we're literally just give me a second. I'll go ahead and pull that up. While I'm pulling this up, you guys make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen to sharing out that live. We already know the gist here. And I appreciate the 6.8 thousand people that are hanging out with us in here literally so much. Because when we literally reward conversation like this, let me just pull it up. When we reward this,
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed? No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump.
Jade, thank you for the motorcycle.
Vagina. And foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
So, like, when we, reward rhetoric like that, reward rhetoric like when he sexualized a 10-year-old girl saying that he'd be dating her when she was 20, when we reward Donald Trump, who's an adjudicated rapist, who's held civilly liable for raping a woman forcefully, okay? When we reward these things with the presidency of the United States of America, all that we're doing is we're emboldening the other men in America that share these same virtues, that say these same things, that do these same actions, to do them more. We're supposed to socially scrutinize and stigmatize these things by providing consequence to these people, by limiting their access to opportunity in society. But now that we're literally rewarding it, we will only see this misogynistic rhetoric, hate crimes towards women, and rape culture as a whole explode beyond any standard. And that is why it is very relevant in your determination of the presidency.
I definitely see what you're saying, yes. But I don't think people really look to the president for moral character. They're more looking for policy or things that people don't especially look for ethics and moral because everyone knows
Yes,
that
you do.
politics.
The presidency of America is a position of public service, not self-service, right? Certain virtues are going to be required to have a focused on public service as a leader, right? And then also we want to see virtues instilled in our leaders that we'd also like to see instilled in us, right? Because our children
Yeah.
look up to these leaders. Of course, we are going to want them to be a good moral person. This is why Bill Clinton got what's the word? What's the word? He got. Someone could help me out here in the comment section. I'm blanking on it. It happened to Trump twice. I'll just
shoot.
wait. Impeached for cheating on his
I
wife.
don't know
in
why I was
the Oval
about to say
Office.
emancipated, but yeah, no, I definitely see what you're. I feel like both of them weren't especially great people, but whenever you're looking strictly out of morality, you're never going to find someone that's perfect for that.
It might
Nobody
be,
in
thank you for the money gun.
Nobody in politics is going to be a perfect person. It's a
Morgan,
very
thank you for the $5 on Venmo.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking. It's a very there's no really good moral people in politics, fully.
What's the worst thing that Kamala Harris has ever done?
She wrongfully convicted 45 people.
Don't say the names of any drugs, by the way.
Okay.
So if
Sorry?
you're curious, those weren't wrongful convictions, okay? Because they were convicted in accordance with California law, most of those individuals being for the selling and dissemination of drugs, right? A wrongful conviction is when you convict somebody, right, out of accordance with the legislation, right? But that was in accordance with the legislation. We just disagree with the legislation. Right, and I want to let you know that it's also the case that in 2014, she said it's timely in the war on drugs and federally legalize access to the M drug. And then in 2018, she co-signed on legislation that did exactly that, but it ultimately failed because of Trump's leadership. And then not to mention, if you think it's immoral to persecute people for M drug related crimes, the only reason why it's not federally legal is because of the Republican platform.
Well, I'm not really strictly a Republican per se. I mostly just go with, well, this election was obviously my first time voting, so I didn't really know who to vote for. And Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, she kind of came out of nowhere. It was really hard for me to kind of do a good, decent research on her before I voted, and it was just, I mainly went with what my family thought, and it was really hard to kind of make a decision.
I get that, Emma, but I guess just to relate back to the point that we were just making, so I point out the fact that Donald Trump has literally boasted about perving on naked teenagers and has raped a woman, and then you're like, well, no politician is perfect. And then I ask you the worst thing that Kamala Harris has ever done, and the worst thing that Kamala Harris has ever done, according to you, is doing her job as a prosecutor in San Francisco.
Well, also, isn't she like not pro-Israel, but doesn't she also like support them
Oh,
too?
yeah, I'd say that that is her worst policy position. And do you agree?
I'd say that's definitely up there, yes.
Ah, but Trump, what did he do? Right? He said that Kamala Harris was going to appoint pro-Hamas radicals to dictate our foreign policy in our government and then deport pro-Palestine individuals in America. And then he also said that he's the most pro-Israel president that has ever sat in the Oval Office. He personally had Benjamin Netanyahu to his private estate Mar-a-Lago, and he vowed in New Brunswick, New Jersey, to continue to support and fund Israel until they destroy Palestine, finish what they started, and win the war, and I quote. And then on top of this all, Kamala Harris supported a ceasefire. So if you
Said that?
recognize the value, yes, if you recognize the value in Palestinian life and you disagree with the unjust war crimes as committed onto them by the state of Israel, Donald Trump should definitely not be your guy because he fully supports him.
I didn't really know he said that.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about these conversations, huh? They do have an educational value.
Mm-hmm.
Well, seriously, as soon as you're off like this conversation with me, go on YouTube, type Trump rally, New Brunswick, New Jersey, Israel, and just watch it for yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even get this from like a secondhand source. I just happened to stumble upon a live stream of his rally one day, and I just watched this myself. And I bet
Okay.
there's a whole recording of it on
Um,
YouTube.
I also have one more question. So, so a lot of people use the fact that like his economy was better, and I know that like obviously COVID and there's like external factors and stuff. Sorry, I have my pods in, so I don't know if it's gonna cut out because I'm walking away. But um, I understand like external variables can be a giant factor in it. But why do you think his economy was so much better?
Okay, yeah, because he walked in to 48 straight months of economic growth and prosperity, and then the trends continued. Meanwhile, Biden and Harris walked into a pandemic that caused global inflation, global reductions in consumer savings, global increases in consumer debt, and like terrible effects on the supply chain, which had terrible rebounding effects on our economy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anything else you want to go over, Emma?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, I appreciate you for your time. We're
All
going
right.
to go to move on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I'm going to be hopping off here in about an hour and a half to go shopping with my girlfriend. So for the White House trip here in about a week, I need a suit. She needs a dress. So I'm going to go buy her a dress and buy myself a suit jacket. So that is what I'm going to do for the day. I can't wait. She's going to look so pretty and I'm going to look so snazzy. It's going to be a lot of fun. What is up, user? Did you vote for Trump?
Yo, yes, I did. I am 18 years old. I was born in 2006. Your name's Dean, correct? Hello, Dean. Nice to meet you. I'm Emil.
Nice to meet you as well, Emil. So why did you vote for Trump?
I voted for Trump because, in a broad sense of things, I think that he gave us a lot more opportunities and a lot more expansion in. No, just listen, please. He gave us way more opportunities and expansion when it came to like from his 2016 to 2020 campaign. I just noticed that in general, everything was way better priced. Everything had way more. I think there was way more incentives for certain. Like he did way more in office. Sorry, I'm kind of. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna let you start because I'm low-key skipping over a little too much right now. I want to talk about. I want to just ask you, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just have a question. Do you happen to be a white guy?
Yes, I am, sir.
Got it. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Just go tell a black woman that Trump is for opportunities and expansion of prosperity and growth.
So you're saying you think Trump is racist?
Well, no, I'm saying that Donald Trump enacted policy that had harmful effects on black individuals, had harmful effects on women, and with intersectionality, we could derive that it had the most harmful effects on black women, right? When you speak about opportunity, it's almost like they'd laugh in your face because no, they were actively harmed and their
What's the
opportunity
policy
was
called?
taken away.
What's the policy called?
Sure, we could have a conjunct of two. The first policy would be overturning Roe v. Wade to leave it up to the states. Black women are disproportionately affected by pro-life legislation. The main motivation
You're
for
saying
women to
only
get
black
abortion.
women are affected by the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
No, I said disproportionately affected.
How would you? Well, why are they disproportionately affected?
The number one reported reason insofar as why women get abortions is a lack of financial stability because of slavery and its aftermath and systemic racism. Black women have a lower socioeconomic standard on average compared to white women, meaning that they'd be disproportionately affected by that fact. And the same thing would be true tangent of his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that disproportionately benefited rich people. And with systemic racism and the inequities in socioeconomic standings, it means it regressively disproportionately harmed black women the most.
Okay. First thing I'm going to say, I personally don't have a stance on abortion because I think that as a man, I feel like we should leave it up to the women to decide. I personally don't think we should have a stance on abortion, but I think Trump's decision to leave it up to the states was not a bad idea at all. I think it was actually a good idea.
I think I could dictate to you how, in accordance with your standard, it's a bad idea. So you're saying that in your Eudemonic world, only women should have a decision about abortion.
Well, I'm saying that
I'm
saying in my beliefs, I personally don't have a stance. I'm not saying that that's correct. I'm not saying that that's how it should be in general. I'm just saying for me personally.
Why don't you say that's how it should be in general? I think that you should say that, right? Because if you're like, well, like, because you're a man, like, you shouldn't have a say. Like, I feel like you should at least hold to the principle that you wish more people would be like you, right?
Yes, but I'm saying that I think everything should have a vote to it, right? I think this is something that, I can't be the only person saying, only women are allowed to talk about abortion or only women are allowed to do this. That's how I think, right? That's because
Everything should be up to a vote of the people.
Well, I think that in a lot of states or in a lot of places that it would fix a lot of things. I mean, to be honest, like, do you think we would have so many problems with our government right now if everything required a vote by the people and not Congress or the Senate or something?
We'd
like
have
that?
more. The Constitution exists to take things away from a vote from the people. Federal protections exist to take things away from the vote of the people because we have to recognize that the majority can be wrong and that it's too severe to risk such fundamental rights violations. A good example is slavery, right? If everything was left up to the vote of the people, I mean, you're just literally giving me the argument of the Confederacy, right? But no, sometimes we need these federal protections to protect these innate basic human rights, right? Which I believe would bleed into the context of abortion. Listen, I don't believe that like bodily autonomy and bodily integrity like transcends all. Like, for instance, you technically violate someone's bodily autonomy when you advocate for like legislation preventing people from like murder, right? However, I believe it is absolutely a violation of human rights when you infringe upon bodily integrity without good reason. And I find there to be no good reason to deem abortion as immoral, and I'd avert you that fact that absolutely is a human rights violation, right? And I'd classify that under the same category as human rights violations, similar to that of like classifying a human as property, which would be the logical implications of slavery. But I don't want to compare the levels of harm or whatever. Please don't misconstrue that. But the overwhelming point is it absolutely should be protected at the federal level. I don't think that a woman in California or Colorado should have different access to healthcare than a woman in Idaho or Kentucky, as well as if you don't think that men should have a say in abortion. Well, ultimately, if only women voted on the issue, it would be legal in all 50 states. And there's plenty of reasons beyond that as well.
And I understand what you're saying, but my point is, I think the reason that the whole entire reason that I think it was a good idea that he left it to the states was because of how great the state system realistically is. You have a state where you can go, like California, for example, and it's very progressive, it's very leftist, and some people like that more. Then you have states like Alabama or whatever, or Georgia, that are.
It's not a great state. So you're just okay. Why should it go from the federal level to the state level?
Let me finish before you butt in. Let me
the reason that I just want to clarify.
Let me finish what I was saying. That's all I'm asking. Just let me finish.
No, the answer is no, I won't.
I was not finished. Please let me finish. Okay? That's all I'm asking.
The reason I'm refusing to let you finish is because I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, yes, let me finish.
User, if I let you finish, I wouldn't have understood what you said. All that I'm saying here, right, is I just want you to tell me why you think that access to abortion should be determined at the state level compared to the federal level. I'm gonna let you talk, bro. I just wanted to interject so I could get a clear, concise, direct answer to the question that I'm proposing.
All right, cheers, man. All right, so what I'm saying is that I'll broaden it a little bit. What I'm saying is that we have a state system, right? So we have 50 different states with all very different, they have very different ways to think about abortion, right? So all I'm saying is that if you don't like a certain state's views of how they think of abortion, then move somewhere else. I think that in America, the beautiful thing is that everyone here has a choice. Everyone here has a choice. If you don't like where you live, then you can move somewhere else. I'm saying that there's certain people, it's like 50-50 practically on abortion, right? In the US. There's so many people that say that they're pro-life, and there's so many people that are pro-abortion, right? But what I'm saying
off there, we got the gist of your argument.
Yeah, but can I just let me finish real fast?
Sure, if you have more to say, I guess, but
well, dude, you can. Okay, listen. All I'm saying, you talk for like 5 minutes straight, and I let you speak, and I don't interrupt you. So I expect the same from you. That's all I'm saying. And what I'm essentially saying right now is that I think that we can't just have a whole federal law about abortion because the topic is so broad. So I think that's why it's so perfect that it's left up to the states, because that means that if you don't like the certain laws in one state that you live in, you can move to a different one. But if the same thing is the same everywhere, then how are people supposed to make a decision for themselves? You understand what I'm saying?
The federal protection allows people to make a decision for themselves. Leaving it up to the states puts it in the hands of the state legislatures, taking that decision away.
Yes, but this is what I'm trying to say. In California, abortion is illegal, correct?
Yes, correct.
In Texas, it's illegal, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. So what I'm saying is, if you say live in Texas and your whole life your parents have been Republicans and you don't really agree with their views, the beautiful thing is when you turn 18, you can move to California and you can benefit from all of their laws and all how they think, right? What I'm saying is that's why I think the state system is so good. And
on an interpersonal level, I'm 20 years old. I do very well for my age, better than vast majority of all 20-year-olds. Even I can't pack my shit and move to California. But what I will say is I want to see if your logic holds true here. If you were alive in the year 1915 and there was an issue on the ballot of should a woman's access to voting be left up to the federal government, would you sit there and say, well, if a woman lives in a state where she can't vote, she could just move to a state where she can? Or would you say that, well, some women can't just move, and even if they could, we shouldn't expect them to. That's principally morally bankrupt, and we should protect it at the federal level?
As much as I want to entertain this analogy, that was in 1928 when women literally weren't allowed to vote. It was a way different time. That's like me comparing now to like 1928 in Germany. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a stupid comparison to make.
It's only, you only think it's a stupid comparison to make because you're logically inept and you don't understand the implications of what you're saying. So therefore, you can't see the connection to the issue.
Yeah,
okay, the connection to the issue is you're saying, well, here's an issue, right, where women are having some of the most fundamental rights infringed upon without good reason. And specifically speaking, if they don't like that fact, well, then they could just move to another state where they have that access. And what I'm detailing is that it's principally bankrupt, even if they have the ability to move to a different state. And I think that all women should have the same access, and seemingly we'd hold this principle to be true, like in the context of a woman's right to vote. And then also, like before I finish, like speaking here, I said logically inept. Like after saying that out loud, I don't think I like that. I think that the word inept has been used in like a very ableist context for a long time.
I agree.
And I just like to apologize, like for this specific phrasing.
No, you're good, man. Look, I understand. Sometimes, like that's the only thing I really hate about politics: the fact that it can get so like like demeaning and like at certain points, like when you're speaking, sometimes you can just go straight to insults. You know what I mean? I hate that. I feel like
I'll insult the hell out of you, but like just not of like the words have been like
I know.
Like, I'm shit on people with like mental disabilities.
My whole point is that I feel like we should be creating an environment in America where talking about our political beliefs should be way more like respectful. I think that so like I understand. Thank you for apologizing. I wasn't going to mention it anyways, but I appreciate that.
So can you respond to the point?
Anyways, yeah, sorry. Could you just rephrase what you were saying? Because I low-key went on a tangent there. That's my bad.
Okay, I want to say it one last time.
No, I heard you were talking about women and about how their right to vote. How should that be on a federal level or not? Correct? I got the gist. I was just making sure. Like you're saying. Okay. Sorry.
No, I will repeat my point one last time for you.
All right, go for it. Thank you.
The connection that I'm making, if you were alive in the year 1915, right, and there's an issue if we should federally protect a woman's access to vote or not, would you hold to the position that all women should have the ability to vote regardless of the state that they live in because that is principally moral and anything else would be principally immoral? Or do you hold the position that we should leave it up to the states, and if a woman lives in a state where she can't vote, she could just move to a state where she can?
Well, I agree with what you're saying, because you're saying that, I think it should be at a federal level. That should have been solved on a federal level, right? Correct. But the problem is that this isn't 1928. Abortion is a problem that, think about it this way.
I don't think the year changes anything.
No, I think it does, because if you were to talk about
wait, so if women didn't get the right to vote until 2020, would you have said like the same thing now?
But that's not what I'm taking. You're saying what I said.
No. Answer my goddamn question. If women never got the right to vote in 1920, right, and instead that issue was on the ballot in 2020, would you have said that they should have that federal protection or not?
Oh my God! But that's not what I'm saying.
It is. Answer my question.
Dude, okay, sure, yeah. Just for you to make your point, yeah, sure, why not?
So you would have supported the federal protection in 2020. All that this tells us is that the literal fucking year doesn't matter.
No, because it doesn't. Because you're trying to compare. You're trying to compare something that has nothing to do with the other, like something else. You're basically trying to compare
Okay,
apples and mangoes.
Okay, so no, you just don't have an abstract thinking capacity. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave your existence on this live up to a vote kick in the chat. So put a yes in the chat if you want me to kick him. Put a no in the chat if you want him to stay. Like after like they've just demonstrated like a lack of like critical reasoning ability, right? And like they can't make the connections between these things. We leave it up to a vote kick. And while the vote kick is running, Megan, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. Megan says, "Happy holidays, Dean. Thank you for keeping us informed and entertained. I appreciate you. Please show some love to Megan down below in the chat." Wait, we're actually just gonna go ahead and run one of these things. Gift poll. All right. Smiley face for kick 'em, sad face for keep 'em. And everybody, after you're done voting, please also show some love to Megan. And user, thank you so much for the motorcycle. I appreciate you so much for the motorcycle, user. And Oscar with the $11.11. Thank you so much for the love, Oscar. Oscar says this guest is the epitome of privileged, out of touch white guy, deadass. He left on his own. I didn't even need to kick him. And Savannah, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, saying W for you and your girlfriend. Thank you so much. And user with another motorcycle, and Earth with the dragon. Thank you so much, user, Earth, Morgan, Savannah, Oscar, and Megan. I appreciate you guys so much for the love. Let's go and get our next guest up in the box right now, y'all. So everybody just do give us a minute. We got Cadence Blake loaded up into the queue, so everybody do just give us a minute for Cadence to join in. Awesome. And Cadence, not you, Cadence, another Cadence with a K. Cadence with a K, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo towards the dress and suit fund. Oh, Cadence, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I will literally use that here in like an hour. I appreciate you for the help. That's going to be a bill. W for Cadence for the $15 into the suit and dress fund.
I was actually watching you last night. I was going to send you money to get on live. Also, my birthday is September 4th, 2008. So I'm 18. We're all good.
2000 and Cadence, you forgot to lie about your birth date? Cadence, I appreciate you for the love. Okay, you're a very kind and sweet individual, but you forgot to lie about the year that you were born in. 2008. Oh no. What's up, Gavin? Hey, how we doing? Did you vote for Trump?
Yo, can you hear me?
I sure can.
All right, yo, I wasn't really wanting to talk about Trump, although I do.
Okay, Gavin. All right, man. I appreciate you. We are just looking to talk about Trump, so I'm going to move on. But I appreciate you for being respectful and stating your intentions. Big ups, man. Good for you. Good shit. Good stuff. Good stuff. Great stuff. Michael, thank you for the love explosion. I appreciate you for the love, Michael. And Brady with the $10 on PayPal towards the suit and dress fund. You know what? Fuck it. All the donations that we get for the rest of the day is going towards the suit and the dress fund. Thank you so much, Brady. What's going on, JDC? What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I did vote for Trump.
All right, buddy. Okay. All right, Mr. JDC. Absolutely. So let's have a chat. Let's have a chitty chat, sir. Why did you vote for Trump?
Well, there was not a better candidate for one.
There was. Her name was Kamala Harris.
I'm a tad bit older than you, but Kamala was definitely not the right choice. Say it however you like. She wasn't the right choice for this country. She had no policies, and you're constantly after Trump about what's his policies. She didn't have any policies at all, except just BS. The whole time that she was campaigning, it was BS.
Jasmine, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo towards the suit and the dress fund. Thank you for the love, Jasmine. Everyone show some love to Jasmine down below in the chat. Continue.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to get done accepting all your gifts and prizes there.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Are we done now?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. So, there's a lot of things to take into consideration, when you're voting for a president, of what can they accomplish, what they can't accomplish.
I'm so sorry, JDC. Megan, thank you for the unicorn fantasy.
Okay, don't be insultive. You're 20 years old.
Oh,
you can't even start me. You're a child. And
Buddy,
I've listened to you a few times, and you're a pretty intelligent young man. And maybe in another 5 years or so, you'll change the way you're thinking.
No,
You
Megan,
know,
thank you
and
for the unicorn fantasy.
instead of, when people come on here, you constantly want to be a little smart ass, and you're good on your stuff. You are. You talk a good line, but you're
JDC.
pretty much disrespectful when somebody has something to say. It's just because if they feel it in their gut that it's right and
Lydia,
it's the
thank you for the
right move, well,
$5 on
that's not
Venmo.
good enough for you. It's got to be policies. It's got to be something that was documented. It's got to be right.
User
It's
with
just
the
like
DJ
saying,
glasses.
there you go being disrespectful again because you can't help it because you're 20 years old. But saying things like Trump was convicted for rape.
You what?
Well, okay.
Thank you for the dragon in shadow with a $1 Venmo.
That looks better on you right there. Where's all the proof? Where is it?
It's just my
I played golf. I played golf with
Cozy,
a judge.
thank you for the money gun. Cozy, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Cozy. Go ahead. Continue what you were saying.
Yeah. I see what I've seen you post that 2 or 3 times. You put that up. I don't know where you got that document from.
From the New York Court State website.
I don't believe you.
Would you like to see it on their website?
Just because you say that's where you got it, that doesn't make it so.
Go ahead and continue talking, man.
So, was he jailed for that? What happened to the end of the case, young man?
Yeah, it was a civil court that held him liable, so he had to pay her $84 million.
I bet she didn't get a dime. What do you want to bet?
Well, it was ordered by a judge for her to get a dime.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I actually have the information up here. So yeah, this jury verdict form in which I just demonstrated and showed you on screen is coming directly from the United States District Court, Southern District of New York. So specifically, this was filed on 5/9/23, and the court number is going to be 22CV 10016 LAK, right? And this is going to be E. Jean Carroll, the plaintiff, against Donald Trump, the defendant. And the verdict form is going to go over the verdict from the jury, as well as it's going to have a signed affidavit with the juror numbers, as well as the court reference. So you could look that up on the court website. But a reference outside of the court websites where you could find this that is typically pretty reliable is going to be politico.com. Just search up, read the full jury verdict form from the E. Jean Carroll defamation and rape trial. And then secondarily, you said that people will come up.
Is there a policy with TikTok you can't say rape with an R?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is. I was unaware of that.
Yeah, well, now you
What's
know. We're all learning. Pauline, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Pauline. And Emily, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. And Morgan with the $10.
You
also
do a
said
lot of
something.
research for the money you earn. That's good.
Well,
because that's obviously the motive. I mean, that's obviously what drives you to do it. Correct?
Incorrect. No, incorrect. No.
Well, you wouldn't sit on your ass and do it for free, would you?
I literally would, and I did for months. Yeah, so like when I first started doing these streams, I streamed for like 3 months for no money.
3 months.
Yeah, it was like pennies a day every
How long
day.
you been doing it?
Yeah, I've been doing this for about 2 years now.
2 years. So you started doing it when you were 18.
I started like late 18. I think like the earliest I could date back my streams, because I was exploring this with the New York Times the other day, was like the winter break of my freshman year of college. Yeah, that's about as early as I could date them back. But there's also
I kind
like
of figured you were a college guy.
Yeah, there's something else that you kind of like.
Educated.
I appreciate that. There's something that you'd like kind of like brought up there. Yeah, so you talked about like my age, and you said, "Oh, I'm just some young 20-year-old, and you're so much older than me. Elders demand respect." And like, listen, man, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, you're supposed to have respect for older people or whatever the hell. But I don't think that respect is like constituted out of thin air and dust. I think that respect is earned. And
you're exactly right. It is.
And Mojito, thank you for the galaxy. And when I look at like people that are a part of the older generation that voted for Donald Trump, seemingly don't have much reason to, and are very ignorant to a lot of the issues that exist in America today, because there wasn't critical information that existed about it when you were younger, when your brain was more susceptible towards learning and you were less dogmatic as a person. It's hard for me to have respect for that. But I mean, I appreciate you for having the conversation with me. And then like one other thing that you said there was like, I shit on people for like basing their positions off of a gut feeling compared to facts and logic. I do, and you should too. I mean, gut feelings is what led to like white supremacy. Gut feelings is what led to flat earthers. Gut feelings is what led to people being like killed because of like their religion. Like gut feelings are very bad, right? They don't dictate truth. They don't tell us what's objectively true or false about the reality around us, and they're completely worthless and only like aid and abet and further harm.
Well, there's a
to
big
our
difference between
species.
wisdom and education. I mean, when you live in the real world and you're out on the streets and you live out here and you see exactly what's going on, and I'm pretty sure that you're not old enough to have experienced that. I don't think you probably live in a place to where you see, the immigration problem that we truly have that you have chose to ignore. You want to bring up these facts of, most of the immigration people or the immigrants that live here, contribute to the taxes. Sure they do, because they get it taken right out of their check like everybody else.
Do they get a file for a return at the end of the year for a refund?
No, they're not citizens.
Oh wow! So you're saying that undocumented migrants pay more into the tax system than legal citizens do because they don't get a file for the refund, but they still pay taxes out of their check.
But the truth of the matter is, they probably wouldn't get a refund anyway.
Oh, okay, all right. So if they wouldn't get a refund, why would we hold any different standard for U.S. citizens? I don't think that your residency or citizenship status would determine how big or small your refund would be. So it is a case if you're working.
No, what's determined on your refund is how much money it's determined on how much money you make. It's determined on dependents that you have. It's determined upon the money that you had to put out. That's what determines it. If you're if you're a single person and you're out there and you're working for $25 an hour, you don't really have a whole lot of other expenses like children and and things like that.
Most migrants coming into our country to not just to provide for them, but their family, right? And that's an undeniable, uncontestable fact.
Sure, I
Thank you
understand.
for the $5 of Venmo. So of course, I mean, that's just an indefensible point. It seems like your wisdom in your old age isn't serving you too well here, and I'm going easy on you.
You're good. My occupation puts me right in the heart of immigrants. I see them all day long, every day. I talk to them. I interact with them. I hear their stories. I know what they're doing. Most of the guys I work around up here, they send their money out of this country.
Yeah, after they fucking pay taxes on it. Who are you to tell someone what they can't do with their money?
I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong. You want to send money home to your family? Go ahead and do that.
I think it's incredibly admirable.
It is for them, and they're hardworking people. I haven't got a problem with them being here. I don't. I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it doing it the wrong way, because all it does is hurt them. That's all it does. In the long run, they're going to pay for it. As well they should, because let me finish, young man. As well it should, because they're not going through the proper vetting. They're not going through the proper channels that they should go to, like everybody else has the same opportunity.
And why aren't they? Why aren't they?
You're ignoring the fact. You're ignoring the. Do I think there needs to be better pathways? Should there be better pathways? Absolutely. Would I support better pathways? Absolutely. But I'm not going to support zero. I'm not going to support nothing at the border.
Okay, well, that's what Trump supports, right? Because
you're wrong. You're wrong.
No,
you're full of shit.
I'm
you're
not
full of shit. You're not. You are not right. You know you're not.
JDC,
did you see Biden? Did you see Biden finish the wall?
Oh, what we saw was him advocating.
Did you saw anything else come into play? He puts together a bill to get signed that most of it is just all pork. It ain't about the border. When you do a bill that's about that situation, do you know who
Chris Murphy is?
I'm sorry, I don't think I do. No.
So Chris Murphy is a Democrat senator, and you know what he did after that bipartisan border bill that also included the pork for funding for other countries. Do you know what he did? He actually revitalized that bill, right, to be a solo border bill. He worked with Langford, the original Republican that had drafted that bipartisan border bill with the pork, into a solo border bill with only the border provisions, and it still got shot down, right, because Trump didn't want to get passed. And you know about that original bill with the pork? Well, guess what? The pork passed. Public Law 115-50. What happened was the border bill with the pork got revised and the border provisions got written out, and then all the country for the other all the funding for the other countries still passed, right? And then when it was revitalized and a coalition was formed to just pass the border provisions, it got shot down because Donald Trump wanted it to get shot down. The reason why our border is so inefficient is because of both parties, and we need to realize that, right? Nobody in Congress has put adequate time, attention, or focus on the southern border to fix our legal system of migration, but one party is objectively at more fault than another, and that party would be the Republican Party. Because although we could say that the Democrat Party hasn't given it enough of a focus, right, the Republican Party has actively advocated against it. Right? Right? Because what we see is that the Republican Party, right, has spent the last 30 years, right, rallying the vote of the Christian evangelicals and the other prejudiced white people in our country to dehumanize, demonize, and be frightful of undocumented migrants. And they want the undocumented migrants to continue to come into our country, so there continues to be the in-group and the out-group, and there continues to be something to rally prejudice and hate and fear around the prejudiced white people, so they can continue to vote for the right every single time. That is why Donald Trump torpedoed the bipartisan border bill. That is why Donald Trump wanted the crisis to continue. And that is why Bush and Donald Trump and all the Republican Congress and all the Republican presidents for the last 30 years promised a mass deportation and never got it done because they don't want it to be done. Okay? And that's why you never will hear about Molly Tibbetts, a innocent woman who was raped by an undocumented migrant under Trump's term, but then every Republican, A through Z, will scream down your throat saying to say Laken Riley's name just because she was killed under Biden and Harris's term. Right? It is unreal. And that's why you'll also never hear the fact that you as a natural born U.S. citizen are 2 times more likely to commit violent crimes than an undocumented migrant, because it absolutely destroys the disillusion of these violent criminals coming into our country through illegal means to hurt you and destroy your life. Right? That is the narrative. And if anything can deconstruct that disillusion, they hate it, they don't want it, and they want that delusion to continue so that you will continue to vote for them. That's the reality. And earlier you were talking about how young I am and how you're much older and much wiser and much more intelligent. Well, seemingly I've come to this revelation at a quarter of your age, sir. So I'm not quite positive that the fact that I'm 20 years old is too relevant here, because I've been able to come to these revelations before you. Thank you for the dragon. Go ahead, man. I'll let you talk. Just gotta unmute the mic. Don't mute the mic. Oh, you actually figured it out. I got a couple people to thank here. Sarah, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo towards the suit and the dress fund. I appreciate you so much.
Come up on your screen as say unmute the mic if you want to talk.
Great. I'm happy that you figured that out. You'd actually be surprised by the amount of people that count. W's for Sarah in the chat for the suit and the dress fund. I do appreciate you so much for the love. That is going to be of great help later, quite frankly. Let's see what else we got here. Haley, thank you for the $15 donation on PayPal. Haley says he's upset immigrants don't go through the correct processes, but he's okay with Trump's administration try to bypass the proper processes. Oh yeah, let's talk about when they try to overthrow our democracy in 2020. Brianna, thank you so much for the $15 on PayPal. I appreciate
your money. I go to work, pal. Have a good day. Good luck to your whatever it is.
Out. Brianna, thank you so much for the $15 donation on PayPal. Thank you so much, Brianna. And Brady, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal for the suit and the dress fund. I appreciate you so much. Please show some love towards Brady, Brianna, and Haley. And then Addison, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much, Addison. We're going to move on to our next guest here. If you do want to support me, the V and P in my bios for my Venmo, my PayPal. I get all of the proceeds on those platforms. If you attach a message, I'll read it out on live, just like I've read all of these people's messages out on live. And I appreciate you guys so much. Mr. Tommy, hi. How are we doing? Did you vote for Trump?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, moving on to our next guest. I don't know what the hell Tommy's doing here, but I appreciate the holiday joy, right? Let's see what we got here. We're gonna go get our next guest up in the box. Chris Webb has a picture of me with artificial tears superimposed upon my face. All right, let's see. Give Chris a moment to load up in here. While he is loading up, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. I really hope that Chris loads in. I would love to talk to him. He took so much time out of his day to make tears coming down my face. He must join. He must join. He must. Hello, Glasses. Did you vote for Trump? That was a whole lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries. Did you vote for Trump? Okay, moving on to our next guest. Everybody just give us a minute. We got Peter loading up in. Hey, you guys, spam MAGA down below in the comment section if you want to come up and hang out on live. So we're just going to be pulling up people from the comment section. All right. Hey, Steven, thank you for the $3 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love. You are awesome. All right, next guest is loading in as we speak. Here we go. What's up, man? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 20.
20. Okay. And why the hell did you decide to vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
Because I don't think he's a warmonger like the Democrats.
What time is it?
2:56.
And what state are you in?
Kansas.
Kansas. Is Kansas CST? Yeah, it is. Okay, awesome. All right, fine, that works. What's the capital of Kansas?
Topeka.
All right, you've gained my trust.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's definitely a warmonger. I mean, what does he want to do with Israel? He literally told Benjamin Netanyahu not to accept a ceasefire agreement, so he could continue to give them money and weapons to continue their fucking like tyranny and war crimes against Palestine. He told them that he wanted them to finish the job, to finish what they started, as well as he like called for them to invade and attack and flatten Iran. And he said if they didn't do it, that he would.
You realize Kamala Harris is also pro-Israel. You do realize that?
Yeah, someone that is pro-Israel, has a very contradictory platform, but is advocating for slightly better policy than Donald Trump because she wants a ceasefire agreement, which means people stop dying, and he wants to continue to fund and support Israel to quote-unquote win the war, which means more people die. That's more of a warmonger than Kamala Harris for sure.
Okay, but there was no new wars under Trump, correct?
Jenna, thank you so much for the motorcycle. I do really appreciate you for the love. So, like, not only did that not respond to anything that I said, but I mean, if you want to make the pivot, 65 service members died under Trump. Only 16 have died under Biden and Harris. Or in any of the wars that were started under Biden and Harris's administration weren't started by them, and they also weren't caused by them. And there was ongoing conflicts under his administration, such as our pullout of Kurdistan that caused 60,000 Kurds to be stranded, alongside like the Yemen genocide, and of course, the 432% increase in drone strikes in the Middle East. But if we want to talk about their current policy positions, he's definitely much more of a warmonger than Kamala Harris is.
Do you think he's more of a warmonger than Biden?
Yes.
Then why is Biden fueling Ukraine with missiles? Because I know the Budapest. Then why has he waited until now that he's lost the election to give them missiles? Why didn't he do it before?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know why he is doing it now but not before, but that's also not being a warmonger. That's going to be holding a red line against Russia, acting in accordance with the other world leaders that exist in the EU and NATO, and respecting and honoring the Budapest Memorandum from the 90s. You cannot call like the victims the warmongers, and you cannot call us who have an obligation to the victims warmongers either.
I'm not calling Ukraine warmongers. I'm saying Biden
So how come
has
you
had
pivoted
all
off
this
of
time,
Israel
and now
to
he's
get
done it that
on
Trump has won.
No, we were sending them $30 billion a year in money and weapons for the last 4 years of their administration. It wasn't something that just started.
But the missiles just started.
You're talking about the long-range missiles, yeah. What the fuck is the relevance? I don't care. Good. It's probably just a fight against as much Russian advancement as possible before Trump comes to term, because we know that Trump literally just supports and endorses Putin. So yeah, it was a good decision. It's probably predicated off of that. But are you going to respond to anything that I'm saying?
He's never said that.
Yeah. So, yeah, specifically speaking, Putin has interfered with the last 3 elections, pushing pro-Trump propaganda to help him get elected.
That's out of Trump's control.
Yeah, but the point is that Putin wants Trump to be elected, and then on top of that, Trump has now proposed the same quote-unquote peace deal for Ukraine that Putin is proposing. He's absolutely Putin's puppet, not to mention
But would that save lives?
Intelligence from the DoD and the CIA at Helsinki.
But those people on the front lines are going to be safe. They're not going to die anymore.
Oh, no, it actually costs more lives because when we give Russia what they want, they just continue to expand. I mean, we gave Russia what they want with the annexation of Crimea in 2014, and look what happened since. All right, we need to hold that red line strong. That's why NATO was formed in the first place.
Oh, I agree.
So are you going to respond to anything that I'm saying? Because you actually don't respond to any of my points. You just continue to make more points. And of course I shit on them, but it just kind of like builds like an onion. So it's like first you say,
Okay, what point do you want me to dissect
then
first?
then I respond, any of them, bro. Because I've talked about Israel, I've talked about Ukraine, I've talked about Putin, I've talked about Russia, I've talked about the Budapest Memorandum.
And I've responded to Ukraine. I mean,
no, you
Israel.
didn't. You just continue. No, you didn't.
Fair play, mate. What mic do you use?
All right, moving on to our next guest, Elas, quite frankly. All right, moving on to our next guest, Jacob. Everybody just do give us a minute. All righty, y'all, for the 6.8 thousand people in here, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. Let's see, we got our next guest loading up in. Y'all, should we get like a whole big old panel going here? Should we get a big old panel going, you guys? Should we get a panel going, y'all? What the fuck? What is she doing in my queue? Julie, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? Weird noises, weird noises. All right, we got our next guest loading up in. Alexis, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. I appreciate you so much for the love. You guys are being so kind today. By the way, the last person that was just up here, just commented Dean Loss. Are you guys spam MAGA down below in the chat if you do want to come up. We are going to go ahead and get the panel going. We are going to get 6 Trump supporters on the live. We're going to debate them all at once. You guys. So let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right. Let's see here. We got one member loaded in. Hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Perfect. Phenomenal. Everybody do just give us a minute. If you voted for Trump, spam MAGA in the chat. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here right now, you guys. All right, let's see. Bri Lee better not leave. Get your ass back on the live, buddy. All right, you guys. We got him loading in. What is going on, Jordan? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. I mean, truly. Truly. Okay, moving on to our next guest. Continue to spam MAGA. What is up, Omar? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
Great. That is perfect. Quite frankly, that is perfect. Hayden, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Great. I mean, awesome. Keep on spamming MAGA. We need like 2 more people here. Chat. We need 2 more people. Continue to keep the spam going. Keep it alive. What is up, Lily? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
18, 2006.
Okay. Let's see here. When is election day in America? Yeah, you're not 18. Yo, Nye, did you vote for Trump?
I did indeed.
Awesome. We need one more person. This will be great. We're going to try to get a woman up here. There's too many men. Let's see here. Everybody just give us a minute. If you voted for Trump and you're a woman, drop a MAGA down below. What's up, Danielle? Did you vote for Trump? Danielle. Boom. All right, moving on to our next guest. Let's see what we got. Spam MAGA in the comment section. Put it down there. All right, we need one last guess. Quite frankly, one last guess. Okay, let's go and get M up in here. Here we go, you guys. This is it. Blood in my eyes. I can't see. Whoever just said that. Are you good? Are you okay? Yo, someone in the comments section just said MAGA trailer park. That is crazy. That is nuts. What a crazy thing to say. Random commenter. What a crazy thing to say. Okay. We just need one last guest. Why is it always hard to get the last? Let's just go and get Steven up in here. All right. By the way, you guys, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. If all 6.8 thousand of us started double tapping, we'd be at 2 million likes in no time. 7, what is up? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh my God, I did not mean to hit your live. I'm so sorry.
No worries, 7. Moving on. Let's go get Eamon IQ up in the box. Shut up. Thank you.
Hey.
Be quiet. Thank you. Hello, Eamon. Did you vote? Be quiet. Did you vote for Trump, Eamon?
Yeah, sure did.
Awesome. Here we go. All right. So what we got here, we have one Kamala Harris supporter. We have 6 people on the live that voted for Trump. Here's how we're going to do this. I want you guys to name one good reason why we all should have voted for Trump over Kamala Harris.
Could I go?
Anyone could go. That's the beauty of it.
Abortion. That's my biggest one.
Abortion. Let's start there. Is abortion bad?
Yes, it is.
Why?
I'm a Christian, so I look at things from a biblical and Christian perspective. So when I look at the Bible talks about life being important, talking about how God formed us in our mother's wombs and how God cares about us. So I don't believe that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to defend this like a different way.
Okay. So Jordan, just like out of curiosity,
As
so
a
I just
Muslim,
want to.
I agree with that too.
But only one of your guys' religion is true. So whose religion should we base our policy on?
None of them.
Oh, it looks like Briley down here has a. So Briley, are you not a Christian? Are you an atheist?
I am a Christian. However, the First Amendment states in the Establishment Clause that no laws should be based off of religion. So.
Briley's cooking. Okay, Jordan and Omar, you're both out of luck because Briley says that no law should be based upon religion.
And that's fine, but the only thing is that Christianity is the truth. And I don't mean to impose on your belief of the political system, but political system isn't just a Christian system. It's a whole government system for everybody. But
exactly, and that's why you're going to have to defend it from a non-religious point of view.
Through a biblical perspective, because biblical things, they help us in our modern day society and help us in our life.
Everything would go corrupt.
Oh wait, Briley, you're not a Trump supporter.
Yes, I am. I did vote for Trump. I'm 18 years old, and I did vote for Trump.
Okay, you're going to be the most interesting person to talk to. We're going to get around with you, starting with Jordan. So the Bible says that all sins are equal apart from blasphemy, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so in other words, it's a sin to get an abortion just like it's a sin to lie. So do you think it should be illegal to tell your kids that Santa exists just like it should be illegal to get an abortion?
Look, man, at the end of the day, sin, no. Sin is sin. So it's a sin issue. So we all have a free will. And all of us as men and women, we have the ability to choose how we live our lives. So lying, yes, it is against one of the things in the 10 Commandments. And if we live our life according to the 10 Commandments, we're never going to be perfect. Murder is also part of that. So abortion is just as important as lying.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're saying that abortion is just as wrong in the eyes of God as lying is, and if you think that abortion is sufficiently wrong to make it illegal, that's your whole position. Wouldn't you also say that lying is sufficiently wrong to make it illegal?
Well, that's not something that can be done. It's
Why
hard.
not?
You lie. Everybody lies every day. People lie all the time. But you have a
People get
choice
abortions
when
all
it
the
comes
time.
to choosing life.
No,
And
you also
that's
have a
what I'm
choice to lie
getting.
or not to lie.
Look, the reason why is because in the Bible, life is so important.
Well, I mean,
God
you just
looks
told
at
me
life.
that killing life is just as important as lying to your kid about Santa. You literally just said that. You said that all sins are equal in the eyes of the God and all 10
No.
commandments need to be held to the same virtue.
Okay, so then I give you this. I give you this.
Oh,
I
so then you're operating outside of the Bible.
I want to give you
Jordan,
I wanna give you some
as soon as you reject that all sins are equal in the eyes of God, as soon as you start operating outside
There are
the Bible,
different levels of punishment for.
as soon as you reject, okay, well, that punishment is to be dished out by God, not by you. You only want to set different levels of punishment for these sins that are seen equally in the eyes of God because you like one more than the other, and you want to punish and condemn women for accessing healthcare. And although lying is equal in the eyes of God, you just think that should be permissible for whatever miscellaneous reason. But what I was going to say, if you want to change your Bible, if you want to change its interpretation, if you want to change its teachings and superimpose your belief, right, that although these sins are equal in the eyes of God, right, we should give more weight to one sin over another by punishing it legally speaking and restricting access to it, while not punishing the other legally speaking and not restricting access to it, all of a sudden you're operating outside of your own Bible, you're changing what it says, and you're applying what you think to our legislation. So why
Yeah,
can't I operate
you're
outside of
cooking.
your Bible? Why can't I change what it says, and why can't I apply what I think to legislation the same way you are? At the end of the day, there's not too much of a difference between us. You are over here screaming Christian values, abide by the gospel, but then you change them to fit your worldview. Fuck it, I'm going to do the same thing. We're balling.
There's a difference though. The reason why I say that is because there's different levels of punishment. If you lie, it's a different degree of punishment than if you were to go and kill somebody. So there's different levels of punishment. And the Bible talks about God being a good judge. So all of us, people, we're going to get judged by how we live our life. Yes, sin is sin, and that's why we need somebody like Jesus, right, to be an example so that we look at him so that we can go ahead and live our life and try to be the best that we can be. Does that mean we're going to hit the nail?
I don't think I don't think that you understand what I'm saying here. I don't care about the whole the Christianity talk. Okay, it's fine if you want to say that.
You should, because that's how.
I need you to listen to me, Justin. Sorry, Jordan. I need you to listen to me. All right, it's fine if you want to hold on to this belief and say that God is a just judge and He's going to dish out different punishments for different sins, even though He sees them equally. But where does it say in the gospel that you and other humans get to determine the punishment on earth through our criminal justice system?
That doesn't correlate with biblical. That doesn't correlate to the Bible.
Exactly. So then you're operating outside of correlation to the Bible. You were saying that the Bible says that all these sins are equal. Lying to your kid about Santa is equally as wrong as getting an abortion, and there's no correlation to the Bible insofar as humans setting the punishment through the criminal justice system by making one legal and making one illegal. So you are completely adding that on, and you are juxtaposing and superpositioning that within your text, and you just make it seem like it aligns with your Christian beliefs, when in all reality, it fucking doesn't.
It's about the condition of the heart. If I'm lying to my kid about Santa because I want to give him a present, that doesn't mean that God's going to smite me down. God knows me in and out. So God knows that I love my kid. I want to give him a good present, and I'll joke around and I'll say, "Hey, Santa's real. I'm going to give you a present." That doesn't mean that I'm doing something that's wrong. I'm saving a joy for my child that I want to give to him. So yes, it's a lie, but at the end of the day, it's not the condition of your heart. Now, if I lie about embezzling money, if I lie about, cheating on somebody, cheating on my girlfriend, my wife, right? That is a completely different scenario than lying about Santa. And God is a good judge, so He looks at the condition of the heart. And if you
fine. Condition of the heart. That's fine. Let's do it. Condition of the heart. Let's meet in the middle of the aisle. So what we're going to do is we are going to ban and restrict access to abortion from all women that only want to get an abortion because they are ruthless murderers that want to kill the fetus surviving in the uterus because they're going to get devious joy and pleasure out of it. Okay, we're going to ban all of those women from getting abortions because of their condition of their heart. But then for all of the women that want to get an abortion because they don't feel like going through the trauma and the pain associated with 9 months of pregnancy, they're going to be allowed to. For all the women that don't want to get an abortion because they know that they cannot support a child and that is going to be an unwelcome child in an unready household, we're going to allow them to get abortions. We're going to allow all these women that are not just like ruthless Dexter 2.0 serial murderers that enjoy killing to get abortions because the condition of their heart is valid. Is that fair?
I want to tell you something because it talks about, and I know you don't want to go down the biblical trope, but I'm going to do it because that's the truth from how I live my life.
This is so fucking boring. We're just going to skip to the end.
No, I'm going to tell you. It talks about, it says, "I formed you in my mother's womb. I knew you before you were born. I appointed you."
No one
to the
fucking
nation.
cares. Not even the other Trump supporters on the panel.
I'm trying to give you
Jordan. With all due respect, you are just not like actively engaging in this conversation as you should be. You are preaching your gospel, okay? And for like a lot of Christian debates, I understand how you could see that as an argument, right? But for this debate, it's actually not because we're not talking about your gospel. We're talking about how your gospel can apply to legislation. I'm making arguments based upon the pragmatic implementation of Christianity within our system, not necessarily, right? Not necessarily the gospel's validity in of itself, okay? And you'd rather argue the validity of the gospel and what the gospel teaches compared to how it could be applied to our current system, right? I'm evaluating the issues in its application to our system compared to the issues in the gospel itself.
That's the thing.
We're honestly just going to skip to the end. Is genocide always wrong?
It never gets figured out. That's the thing is we're all here.
Jordan, this sucks. We're going to skip to the end. We're skipping to the end. We're skipping to the end. Is genocide always wrong?
Genocide is wrong under the new covenant. You have to understand the context of biblical truth.
Jordan, I'm asking you a fucking question. Is genocide always wrong?
Genocide?
Genocide is wrong.
Is it always wrong?
It is always wrong. In the covenant that we live in right now, it is wrong. And if you're going to talk about the Amalekites...
So it wasn't wrong. So genocide wasn't wrong before 2,000 years ago?
Genocide has always been wrong. God has never been an advocate for genocide unless it was against His people, which is in 1 Samuel. And I know you go to that all the time. It talks about in 1 Samuel, right, that God said to wipe out the Amalekites. And the reason why is because the Amalekites, they invaded on the Jews after they crossed the Red Sea, and Moses told them...
So kill the infants? What did the infants do? Did the infants invade themselves?
Wait, Parker, this is actually a good point. So he's saying that the death of he's saying that the death of the infants was a good thing because the infants were in a place where they weren't supposed to be and were unwelcomed. Okay, so what about all the unwelcome infants living in the uteruses of women across America today? They should be genocided too, right? Come on.
It's under a new covenant. It's under a new context. In the old covenant, you have to understand that it was only God's people.
So it
God's
changed?
people were the Jews, but now that has been broken. When Jesus died and he tore the veil, he made that same accessibility to everyone.
So it was okay to slaughter them because they quote unquote were not God's people?
That is correct, because they did them wrong. Look, I know you guys are trying to make me sound crazy, but I'm telling you that because the Amalekites.
Okay, I'm actually going to give the other people on this panel a chance. Omar, Briley, Hayden, and Nyler. We're going to do a vote kick, and you guys are going to determine if we keep or lose Jordan. Nyler, keep or lose?
Vote to kick.
Lose, maybe.
Okay, Hayden, keep or lose?
I can't be dealing with all the abortion crack. Ugh.
Wait, Nyler, what time is it?
What?
What time is it?
It's 6:15.
Ah, man, you're not in America, man. Hayden, kick or lose Jordan? Okay, Hayden, I guess Hayden just left.
No, I'm still here. What's up?
Kick or lose Jordan?
Jordan, kick. Definitely
Okay,
kick.
awesome. Omar, kick or lose Jordan?
Jordan, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to defend your points from a non-religious standpoint.
The non-religious standpoint is that there are pros.
Hayden, are you religious?
I am, but I defend my points.
Wait, you have the same position.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
What's your position? Do you think?
No, I
do you think
don't.
that-
No, I don't.
Do you think it's wrong that God commanded the slaughtering of the men, women, children, and infants of Amalek?
I do.
Okay, so God's not all good.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, okay, if he's not all good, I mean, if he is all good, well, then it has to be good. If he's not,
Can
all
you justify
good, then it
why
can be
killing
bad.
would be bad?
Okay, wait,
From your moral standpoint.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be predicated off of my intuition, what my view is in terms of whether or not they meet my conjunct, right? Of personhood, right? Once they meet my conjunct of personhood, I would consider them valuable. That's just whether or not you care for them. Are you just saying that you establish why you
would that not
care
be
about people
subjective?
being killed?
Wait, would that not be subjective to you?
I
would like to
subjective.
think-
It's subjective to anyone.
I would like to thank Emily for the
Exactly.
$20 donation on Venmo. Emily says $20 to kick Jordan. You got what you asked for. Thank you for the love, Emily. I want to see so many billions and trillions of W Emily's down below in the comment section for the $20 donation. That is so incredibly kind of it. But yeah, Parker, if you want to continue out the religious conversation with Hayden, I'm down for it. It sounds like he is too. But overwhelmingly, the kid did say that he doesn't involve religion within his his political takes, and he probably bases that off of secular reasoning. So I'm fine with just discussing that, but I'll leave the decision up to you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have 4 people on the panel. We're going to go ahead and load it up with more. We're doing a large panel today, so let's just start here. Can any of you name one policy that Donald Trump is going to implement when he becomes our president that will be good for America?
Men will not go to the woman's bathroom.
Dude, wait, so why'd you vote for a guy that bragged about walking into changing rooms of naked teenage girls because he quote unquote owns the place?
Bro, what?
Why did you vote for a guy that bragged about walking in changing rooms of naked teenage girls because he quote unquote owns the place?
We say hello with vagina.
Well, you could also say, as the owner
Bro,
of the
that's-
pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Tell
Well,
me
I'll
what-
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
So you just said, I don't want men in women's restrooms, but then you voted for a guy that bragged about walking in changing rooms of naked teenage girls.
Do you know Candace Owens?
Yes.
Why don't you go talk to her, because she knows how to explain and talk
That message.
about
I would love to talk to
anything.
Candace Owens. Candace Owens can debate either Dean and I anytime.
No, she can.
Why not?
What have you ever watched her videos before?
Yeah.
She makes sense.
She's been on debates
No,
before.
she
You know that,
doesn't.
right?
She's a conspiracy nut. She doesn't even believe that climate change, right, is caused by humans.
Yeah, well, I mean, he bowed
left.
out.
He left.
Yeah, he bit out. Anyways, all right, we're back to where we started. Mr. Mark, hey, BJ, did you vote for Trump? B. Johnson?
No.
Okay, bye. Okay, all right, we need to get the panel loaded up. Mr. Mark, can you unmute that mic?
Any Trump policy from anyone? Anyone got a Trump policy?
Any good Trump policy up here?
I like his immigration policy.
Like what immigration policy?
Well, I just don't think that tons of undocumented people should be coming into our country. And
so like what policy specifically do you support?
I don't know specific policies, but I know that he's gone on and said that he is going to dismantle that, help to dismantle that.
So you don't know
It's a lie.
policy?
Well, Riley, here's the thing that's a lie, right? Because the right is at fault for, a lot of the problems that we've had with immigration in our country in modern U.S. history because they've never wanted to do anything about it. They want the crisis to continue. They want the problem to continue so they could sell you on the fact that it's a crisis, so they could sell you on the fact that it's a problem, and they could convince you to vote for them because of hatred and prejudice, right? Like we had a sort of kind of fix from Biden and Harris with the bipartisan border bill. Trump shut it down because he doesn't want it to be fixed. He wants it to continue.
So then why did
he won't have your support on that issue?
Well, why did he build a wall? Why did he start to
build
build
less
a
than
wall?
3%, less than 50 miles.
Wait, Riley, can I ask you something?
The bill that he went
He was
against,
asking something.
the bill that he went against specifically, the bipartisan border bill within Congress, that would have passed if he didn't call people in Congress to undermine it, would have built more wall than he built under his entire administration. It would have capped the amount of people coming to the country, increased the amount of border agents, increased the amount of immigration judges, making the asylum process go faster. So instead of taking 7 through 10 years, it would take 6 months to 1 year. Now that sounds like a policy that you would be in support of, but you're probably going to say you're not because Trump said otherwise.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? You spoke really fast.
Yeah, so Donald Trump undermined a bipartisan border bill that would have limited the amount of people coming to the country and built more wall than Trump built under his administration. Why don't you support that bill that he undermined?
You're asking me, do I support?
Why don't you support that bill?
I do support a bill that docks down on undocumented citizens coming into our country.
Okay, so then why did you vote for Donald Trump knowing that he undermined the bipartisan border bill?
I didn't know that. I just
so do you
went on
your
this.
vote?
No.
Hey, French, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
So you just randomly and unprovoked commented on the live saying I'm begging for money. Where the hell did that come from?
Oh, no, that's all you guys do. It's funny. We know what it is. The rest of us know what this all is.
Wait, when did that happen?
Everyone, please start giving me money, please. Everyone, start doing it, please. Oh my God, give me money. Oh my God, please, please. Hey,
Dude, what are you talking about, bro?
French.
We love it.
Let's have a real conversation here, man.
Yeah, let's have a real conversation.
I want to have a real conversation with you, Mr. French. So follow my lead, okay? I don't beg for money. Hello? Knock,
I'm here.
knock.
I'm here.
Anybody
Yeah, I'm
home?
here.
Lights on. No one's.
I mean, have you heard it one time the past 30 minutes?
Oh, no. See, here's the thing, right? So the problem here is you guys are all under 25, right? So you have the attention spans of a goldfish, right?
Well,
Really?
so
Wait,
the problem
French,
is,
can you name a
the
Trump
problem
policy?
is for 30, maybe
Can you name a Trump
35
policy,
weeks.
French?
Hold on. Hey, I'll get to you, Parker. No
Yeah,
problem.
let him talk. Let him cook.
So here's the deal, right? For 30 weeks, we all had to deal with this passive aggressive, nasty craziness that you guys all exuded because you guys were all so certain it was all about her and she was going to win. And you guys were so nasty and disrespectful to people, insulting them over and over and over. And then you guys go on each other's streams and you guys say the same stuff. And the worst thing is, right, this is the thing that really irks me, right, is that I don't care what you guys are young people, go do your thing. But the moment Parker called his buddy Santana in and tried to make it and Parker's retarded when it comes to science, right? So the problem.
Okay, Hayden, now it's just down to you. Did you vote for Trump?
Nah, I actually didn't. I didn't.
Oh, based hater.
Unfortunately, nah. Unfortunately.
No, I did. That kid like continued to have like these seemingly base takes, right? And now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. That guy continued to have like seemingly like base takes, and I was like, how did this guy vote for Trump? Oh, by the way, Parker, in your sabbatical, he ended up slurring and got kicked.
Oh no, I heard.
Yep.
Yeah, literally. I don't know. I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, oh well. We're gonna move on. Let's see here. We got Ryan loading up into the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, do just give us a minute. Speaking about begging for money, if you want to support me or Parker, our Venmos as well as our PayPal's are in my bio. We get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms. You could attach your name as well as a message. It'll get a notification at the top of my phone screen, and I'll be able to shout you out, read the message out on live, and thank you for the support. Moving on. I might even start selling $100,000 watches, build my own Bible, and before you know it, my face will be on an NFT for you to buy at your convenience for a very low price.
Jesus Christ, an NFT, bro.
$4,999.99. Yep.
And that's a discount by at least 150%.
And that's right. Parker
you know what I mean? Like,
is correct. Technically. Okay. Take it from
technically
him.
a discount by 150%. So
Real
Dean is
smart
just
guy.
looking out for you. Like, he's trying to make it affordable.
Ryan, what's going on, buddy? How we doing? Did you vote for Trump?
Doing good. I sure did. I did vote for Trump.
So why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
Because he was the best choice.
And why was he the best choice? Why was the adjudicated rapist, 34-count felon, better than Kamala Harris? We will hear you out.
Because he was not backed by the P. Diddy list, for one.
He actually
he was good friends with Diddy.
Defending
and
Diddy.
Epstein. He said that
Pictures
Epstein
with
was a
Diddy.
terrific guy and that he likes beautiful women as much as he does. Many of them on the younger side. So
But
if you
did
want
you
to talk
see
about
all the people that
affiliations,
were
let's talk about the
advocating?
affiliations.
Look at
What's
their
that?
advocates. Look at the advocates for Kamala and all of her
For
rallies. and all
Kamala
of
Harris, that's one thing too. Who did the KKK vote for?
I'm not familiar with the history.
Trump! They voted for Trump!
Oh no,
And what does that have to do with the conversation?
Yeah, so you just said look at the advocates. Okay, well, look at the advocates for Trump.
Advocates as in supporters. Yeah, I guess if you would to say you have proof that all KKK members voted for Kamala, I mean that's a pretty radical.
Wait, you think the KKK voted for a black woman?
I mean, I have no idea. I wouldn't claim to know.
Ryan,
Kat,
I
thank you
just
for the
need
$5 on Venmo. Taylor, thank you for the $1 as well. I appreciate you, Kat and Taylor.
Do
Everybody
you know
show
what the
some love to Kat and
KKK
Taylor.
is, Ryan? Can you please explain to me what the KKK is?
The triple K.
Not by your definition, I'm not sure.
What do you mean not by my definition? What do you mean? What does that even mean? Bro, what?
So, from what I understand, the KKK is way back then they used to wear stuff and kill black people.
Yeah, so they're white supremacists who engage in violence towards people who are black. So do you
Ellie,
think that
thank
they
you
would
for the $5
do you,
on Venmo.
do you think people a part of that group, explicitly that group, would vote for a black woman?
I mean, I doubt it, but are they even real in this world? I haven't seen
Okay.
that.
So if you
forever.
doubt it, then why are you judging the candidate based upon the people that voted for them when we can look at Donald Trump and see that the KKK voted for him? Like I just
Okay, so
just,
let's take away the word adversaries and then put in the words donators.
Okay, wait. I just want to clear it up. People on the Diddy list are bad because they're grapists. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And those were all of Kamala's donors in which she went in debt for.
By the way,
do you understand that? Okay, so I just want to get this clear. Just follow me here. So Kamala Harris was a bad candidate for the presidency of our country because grapists donated to her campaign. I want to ask you a question here.
You could say that again. I would like for you to repeat that.
Let me ask you,
and like resonate that.
Let me ask you a question here. Would it have been worse if she was a grapist herself?
I mean, wouldn't that speak to her character?
Yeah, and like that would have been worse than like grapists endorsing her, right?
Right. So that totally speaks to the character of who she is. And now she's in debt with them, $20 million. What am I looking at here?
You could read it. No, I want you to. I'm not even going to read it.
Oh, yeah, every one of these were thrown out by the judge. You remember?
No, this was
No,
not
they
thrown out.
weren't. The civil court was not thrown out, dude. What are you talking about?
I saw the court case. The judge threw them all out against
No,
Trump.
he didn't. No, dude, where did you see this? Where did you see that?
I saw it on NBC as they were scared that
NBC
Elon
did
was going
not
to buy
say
him
that they
out.
dropped the sexual abuse case. What are you talking about?
No, I saw it. I saw it on TV.
No,
It
you
was
didn't.
NBC.
No, you
No, you
didn't.
didn't. So
Or maybe it was a different
Ryan,
case. Or
Ryan,
maybe it was
Yeah,
two
because
different
he has so
cases.
many fucking charges and
I'm
felonies.
going to go ahead and clarify this. I will bet you $300 that the grape case was not thrown out. Will you accept?
I don't have $3 million to bet. No,
I said
so I don't
300.
accept.
I said 300.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll bet $300.
Wait, can I get in on this too? Please, can I? You want to bump it to another 300?
Will you do another 300, Ryan?
I mean, how much do y'all want to go? Wait, hold on. Let me see what I'm betting here. So you want to? We're at 300 right now for what?
Each.
For the grape case being thrown out.
For his grape case being thrown
the
out. For the one that he got a refund.
Accepted. Definitely accepted. Andrew, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo saying educating the uneducated. That's right. W's for Andrew in the
Wait,
chat.
so
well,
Ryan,
sir,
you would take that? 300 each?
I mean, we just agreed, right?
Okay.
Oh my God, Parker, we're locked in. Well, sir, we hate and regret to inform you that the grape case was not thrown out. You could do any amount of research. I know that you're in front of a laptop right now. Find me one article that would indicate in the slightest that the grape case was thrown out, and I'll Venmo you $300 right now. And if you don't find that article within the next minute or two, my Venmo, my PayPal, or my bio, and I will expect $300 from you.
Minute?
Oh,
No, we'll give you more than a minute. We'll give you more than a
No,
minute.
just an adequate and appropriate amount of time.
You give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Go find it. Go find any evidence that it was thrown out. But I'm going shopping for a suit for me today.
Andrew, thank you for the 10, and thank you so much for the 5.
And a dress for my girlfriend today because we're going out to the White House here in a little bit. I bet that that'll probably end up costing about $300. So you're paying for my suit and her dress to go to the White House.
You're going to spend probably more than that, to be honest.
Okay.
That's interesting. Who are you meeting at the White House?
Biden.
And what will y'all be discussing?
We're just going to go underground and get the adrenochrome.
Yeah. Christina, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo saying truth, humanity, and love. I appreciate you so much for the love, Christina. Everybody, please do show some love to Christina down below in the chat for the $10. And Richie's, thank you for the $3 on Venmo to help cover my bet. Don't worry, Richie's. We're good. We are
Would you like to cover a bet on that?
Andrew, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. And thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So Ryan, I'm about to spend like $500-$600 minimum here in about an hour when I go dress and suit shopping. You're going to pay me for $300. You're going to ease the stress of that bill a little bit here, buddy. So
Special
are you ready to pay
counsel
up?
drops charges against President-elect Donald Trump.
There was no special counsel
Richie's
involved
thinking
in
the
the civil
$5.
court that I'm liable for grape.
I'm right here. I'll link it to you now.
No, wrong case. You're talking
That's
about
the case
you're
I was
talking about
referring to.
You're talking about the missing documents case in Florida.
Yeah, that's not the sexual abuse case.
As well as actually no, special counsel. You're talking about Jack Smith with the January 6th indictment.
That's the one I'm talking. That's the one we've been agreeing on.
No, the January 6th indictment had to do with like the fake electorates plot and if Trump should be held with like responsibility for his actions on January 6, 2020. Nothing to do with his sexual abuse, right? And we agreed.
So I could send you my cash app on that?
Is this
no, because we made
I would like $300 for that.
We made a bet about the civil case regarding him being held liable for sexual assault. We were not discussing the congressional appeals for special counsel from Jack Smith regarding January 6, 2020. You are now playing dumb. You know that you're playing dumb, and you lost the
Dude,
bet.
I'm
$300
on
for the Venmo buy.
MSNBC right now, just like I told you.
You're on
Ryan,
MSNBC. You're looking.
Ryan, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. In the link tree in the bio.
Yeah, no, like
Both of us.
Ryan. Like, Ryan, I specified it very clearly. We were talking about the civil court, particularly, that held him liable for rape. I even showed you the verdict form from that court, so don't play stupid now. Because, like, quite fucking literally, I was specifying and only specifying the verdict form from the Jean Carroll versus Donald Trump court case that I had behind me in a picture. You're talking about January 6th. This is embarrassing. You owe me $300. You owe Parker
January
$300.
6th, that was embarrassing.
Would you?
Wait,
would
so
you,
you're
would
saying
you
I owe
guys,
$600?
Yeah, you owe 600. Would you guys spam my Venmo in the comment section?
Yeah, Linktree's in the comment section. Right.
Yeah, spam my Venmo at
Or
Dean
in the, I
Withers
mean in the
without
bio. In the bio, sorry. So you owe 300 each.
Yeah, at Dean Withers without the E. So you're paying for the suit and the
What
dress.
works better, Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal?
Yeah, what works best for you, sir?
So funny.
Ryan,
Just keep it
seriously,
spam.
which one works best? Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal?
Everybody is
I
spamming my
accept-
Venmo down below.
I expect Cash App. Yeah, that works.
Okay,
best for me.
so Cash App. So my Cash App is Parker get a job.
Parker, get a job. All right.
Yeah, so send it to my Cash App right now. You can actually click on it through my link tree in my bio. That's the best place to do it because there are people that try to act like they're me. So make sure to click the link tree in the bio and then send the 300.
Yeah, and everybody is spamming my Venmo in the chat. You could also find that through the link tree in my bio as well. I do expect $300. Like I said, the suit and the dress will be expensive, so you're paying for it, buddy.
For President Biden's meeting.
Yeah, for the holiday reception. Yep.
For the holiday reception. For adrenochrome exception.
Mm-hmm. So do you see everyone spamming my Venmo down below?
How much is the adrenochrome?
$300 that you're going to be paying for.
Seriously, exactly. Yeah, you're paying exactly how much it would be. Yep.
Actually, I think
they
I
give
might
us,
be.
They give us the DNC shill discount fund.
Hey, so why are you stalling?
I did not know that was selling for $300, but now that I do know from a very source that's talking to Joe Biden, then I'll be great to share that information. Let's see.
Naomi, thank you so much for the $3 on Venmo towards the $300 that Ryan owes you. Show some love to Naomi in the chat. And Kathy, thank you for the $5 on Venmo for the advocacy.
We're never gonna get this.
Hey, do you think
advocacy as well as towards the money that Ryan owes you? So there's $8 gone. You now owe me $292. They're trying to help you out here.
Do you think
pay for that dress somehow, right? It's
do you
your
think
burden
I
now.
could get
Come
some of that adrenochrome too?
on.
I could get it directly
No.
from you.
So you need to pay me $300.
Julia, thank you so much for the $1.
Are you
I
a
won't
man
wear-
of? Are you
I
a
won't
man of
wear
your
a
word?
wire.
Are you a man of your word, Ryan?
No,
Probably
but I will
not.
drop by adrenochrome from you.
So you're not good. So you're actually not going to hold up your end of the bet.
No, but I will buy adrenochrome from you.
Okay. Well, if you're not going to hold up the end of the bet, that's really embarrassing for you, and I guess you could just go ahead and leave.
Oh,
I'm really disheartened.
oh, me too.
Oh my God, I didn't believe he was gonna do this. How could I have seen this coming?
Julia, thank you for the $1 on PayPal. Yeah, for towards the $300. I know we're so disheartened. I'm absolutely crushed. I can't even believe it. Sharonda, thank you for the $5 on PayPal towards the $300 that Ryan won't pay you. Brianna, thank you for the $1 on PayPal for the same reason, as well as you got a clip of him agreeing to the bet. I'm so sad. I'm so disheartened. I can't continue. My world has been crushed. My world has been crushed, Parker. Hasn't your world been crushed?
Yeah, dude. I really thought I was gonna get that, man.
I know. It's like, oh, I'm crying and I can't deal with it. Claire, thank you for the $4 on Venmo saying Ryan grosses me out. Yeah, me too. Lucy with the $1 for him not holding up his side. I know. Look at that, Lucy. You can't even believe it. We're gonna go get our next guest up in here. Yo, Parker, bro, I'm gonna hit you with the craziest raid ever here in about 30 minutes.
We need to do that one thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do that. We'll do that. Yeah, because I'm getting off to go soon dress shopping.
I think I have my main back because I don't have an account warning.
Dude, go live on it. If there's no account warning, you're good. Haley,
Yeah,
thank
I
you for the
know.
$1.
If it
Which
works,
is the $2 on Venmo.
it's gonna be really nice. I'm on my third right now. Wait, hold up. Okay, it did go away. I'm sorry. I was scared.
Wait, yo,
Hello?
a DC meet and greet? We actually might be able to do that. A DC meet and greet? We might have enough numbers to safely do that. Huh, that might be
We'll
cool.
see. We'll see.
Alex, what's up, man?
Steven,
Did
thank you
vote
so much
Trump?
for the dollar. Yeah, we'll definitely thank.
Joe,
Claudia,
did you
thank
vote
you
for
so much
Trump?
for the $2 towards the 300. Thank you.
I just seen your invitation. I did not, but Ryan's a deadbeat.
Hey, based. All right, Alex, why did you vote for Trump, my good sir? You're on pause. We can't hear you unless you could see us, so yeah.
Shakayla, thank you so much for the $1.11. Thank you so much.
Sarah, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Since Ryan is too poor to hold up his end of the bet, you shouldn't have made it. You shouldn't have made it. Unreal. What's going on with the guests, bro? Like, what's up with you guys? Okay, Finos 3.0, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
You're a kid. Lucas, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
All right, why the hell did you do that, sir?
I don't got much time here. I was the guy that was on the live before, but I have work. I have to go back to work soon. So I like his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I think that was really beneficial to a lot of businesses, including small businesses. They got the business at 20. What was that?
It's harmful to small businesses. Any corporation making under $50,000 a year, it actually bumped their corporate tax rate from 15 to
No.
21%. Yeah,
21.
Businesses like LLCs, sole proprietorships, partnerships, their tax cuts were the 20% business deduction. So instead of paying 100% of their business's income towards taxes, they only pay 80%. So they're having 20% untaxed income.
Katie, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo.
So that's one thing.
What you're not. Yeah, what you're also not understanding is that for income that was under $50,000, right? The marginal tax rate was specifically 15% under the Obama administration, and then it was bumped up to a flat tax rate of 21.
For what?
So
I'm sorry. What was
there's
that?
For corporate income under 50K.
Yeah, corporate. Not all businesses are filed as corporations. Most small
I
businesses.
never said that. I never said
No,
that.
that's I actually pulled over into a Sheets. That way I could do this, to be honest. But I got to get back to work soon, so I mean that's why I said I got to make this quick. But I also like his USMCA. I like the
Me too.
USMCA, yeah, I like that too. But you know, it's crazy. He's advocating to increase those tariffs, 25% on Canada, 25% on Mexico, which goes against the USMCA.
Yeah, he literally wants to terminate the USMCA, man.
Yeah, but we're asking what he did in his previous administration that we like, so right? That was kind of the question. Why we voted for him.
Okay, but like, how do you feel about him doing that now?
I guess we'd have to see how it turns out. I mean, he's the one that kind of was an advocate for the USMCA, and it turned out to be good. So you never know what could happen.
Okay, so what did the USMCA did? The USMCA reduced tariffs, right, between trade between America, Canada, and Mexico. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean that's what it was.
And that's a good thing. So in other words, reducing tariffs between trade between us, Mexico, and Canada is good. He wants to increase them, which is bad. Right?
No, I'm aware.
Caitlin, thank you
aware.
for the $5 towards the dress for the girl friend.
No, what I'm saying is
So would you agree that
that's
a bad thing?
I don't know. We would have to see. I don't
Bro,
know.
I'm so sorry. That is just pure fucking blatant sophistry. You're like reducing tariffs on these countries is good. Obviously, this would imply that increasing tariffs on these countries is bad. But now you're just like, we don't know. No, experts are estimating that it will raise the price of gasoline by upwards of 30 to 40 to 70 cents per gallon just with the 25% tariff on imports from Canada, specifically their oil and gas.
Well, I mean, he also wants to create more oil and gas pipelines and ramp up production of oil and gas in America. So
He ran on that his first term, and we had a lower level of domestic oil production under Trump's first term compared to Biden and Harris. Harris was objectively better for energy independence. Harris was objectively better for domestic drilling of oil. Harris was objectively better for these measurements.
okay, and then another thing that I like that he was going to do is stop funding to Ukraine is another one.
Boo.
So you want Russia to like take Ukraine?
Not particularly. I mean, I think that's their war and they can kind of fight it out amongst themselves. I don't support funding either side of it.
Okay, so
hey, how do I turn on my camera? How do I turn on my camera?
Do you know what the memorandum is?
What? How do I turn on my camera real quick? How do we do that?
You know what the Budapest Memorandum is?
No, what is that?
So it's an agreement we signed with Ukraine and with Russia, by the way, that if Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons, that the U.S. would defend them. Russia violated that agreement.
Right. I don't think it's on still, is it? There we go. Can you see me now?
Oh, God.
How's it going? Wait, so what were you saying? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Did you turn on the light?
Yeah, I don't know if you.
Did you just turn on the light thinking if you turn the light on, we'd be able to hear you better?
Well, I mean, you weren't responding, so I figured.
That is mega brain cell power, dude. It's tremendously past what you've ever seen before. I promise.
Okay. Wait,
why are you wearing a suit, bro?
I was at work. That's why I was on Dean's thing earlier today, and I had to leave because I couldn't wait any longer, and so I said I'd join back.
Where do you work? Do you work at like a cardio?
No. I work at a business organization.
A business. You work at a business. Very nice.
No, not a business. I had a business organization.
Are you a finance bro?
No. I work at a business organization.
A business. Why is that so funny? Why is that so funny?
What does that even fucking mean? That's the most vague thing I've ever heard. Every business is a business organization.
Dude, so it's a non-profit business organization.
That's making me laugh. A business organization. That's so funny to say. Like what that sounds like when you're watching like a kids cartoon and like dad gets home from like a long day of work at the business organization. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't want to say exactly what it is because I don't want that to be out there.
Yeah, no, dude, you're good.
I mean, I work.
We're just gonna move on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm sorry. We appreciate you for being kind. Sir. We are gonna move on, though. However, quite frankly, all right. I gotta get off here. Jesus Christ! I gotta get off here in about 30 minutes, chat. So 20 minutes now. Oh,
20
my
minutes
God.
now. And do you have time to set up the thing after? With me?
Yeah. Dan.
Okay.
But I mean, what do you want to do? Because I could send you a fat raid.
I know you could. I know you could, but we need to do that.
How about this? So I'll be with. Oh, I almost just said my girlfriend's name. That would have been really bad. I'll be with the girlfriend. We could look through and find like 5 places, and then
like send them.
I could send them because you're really good at multitasking. You could be like this one, and then
I got you. All right,
and then I could just buy it. Okay.
Yeah, and then I can inform my girlfriend. What's up, Pinhead?
I have a question. Because Dean do you like watching people get oiled up? Because Dean seems to.
You fucking creep! Stop it.
No, I'm not being a creep.
Stop
I'm
it,
just
Dan.
asking you.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to ask.
Okay, you could debate with Parker. I'm done with you, oil man.
Okay,
you could debate Parker.
No, I don't. This isn't Parker's live though. It would be It would. I guess you can tell me. Parker, what do you want to talk about?
Preferably not like oiling people up.
No.
Yeah.
There's no debate with that. That's
Yeah. So, did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. So, like, can you name me Trump? Name me one Trump policy you like.
Name you a Trump policy?
Yeah, that you like.
I like his abortion policy, or
Like
AB. Sorry,
leaving it up to the states.
Yeah, I think I know, and I know what Dean said yesterday about that. You'll say the same thing about it.
If you want to restrict abortion even more, what you need to do is Trump needs to play your 4th video on every TV monitor in America. And then all of a sudden, no American woman would even want to sleep with an American man ever again. So
you know what? I could get down with that. How would we go about making that happen? I could get down with that, Dean.
You fucking freak!
How am I the freak when you're the one that suggests this craziness?
No, you're the one that agreed to the craziness.
What's more,
Devin? Thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo, saying suit shopping, have fun. I appreciate you for the love, Devin. Everybody, please show some love to Devin for the dress slash suit fund. I appreciate you so much. Go ahead, you fucking freak. Continue to talk to Parker.
No. He asked, what did you ask? You said, do I prefer leaving it up to the states? I would say yes, even though I remember Dean saying that more ABs occurred doing that, but hopefully over the next 4 years that we see that go the other way. And if it does start going the other way.
I just have a question. So
go ahead.
If you specifically want to like limit abortion, what's the reason why you think it's wrong?
I believe abortion is taking of a human life unnecessarily under the category of murder. I would put it there.
Are you a Christian?
Well, yes, but I can argue without being a Christian.
No, but do you base it in Christianity?
I would
I'll
say
give you an
it's schmurder, even if I wasn't a Christian.
Sure. You can you can think that it is schmurder, but the point that I'm saying specifically is that it is the case that for your view, all right, God, you want to do as God does, and God specifically, right, doesn't restrict people's access to abortion. So why should you restrict people's access to abortion if God doesn't do so?
What do you mean God doesn't restrict people's action to abortion? What does that mean?
So God does not restrict women from getting abortion.
Where does he? Okay, when does he not do that, or when does he do that? Because God doesn't do a lot of he gives.
God lets you have free will, right?
Well, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Free will doesn't necessarily mean that's good. I mean, he lets people good or bad. It can be bad choices, could be good choices.
Yeah, and you can still think it's bad, but the point is that you don't consider it illegal under your own view because it is the case that you want to do as God does.
I definitely do consider illegal. Is this debate just going to be whether or not you think I consider illegal or God does?
Listen. Okay, so again, if you should do as God does, right, which you think you should because he's all good, all-knowing and all-powerful, well, then it is the case that you shouldn't restrict women's access to abortion because God doesn't restrict a women's access.
Then I guess I just fundamentally
Sav, thank you for the $10 on PayPal for the suit and the dressed fun. Thank you so much for the love, Sav. We appreciate it. Me and my girlfriend, we do. Thank you so much, Sav. You are phenomenal.
I don't think. Okay, no. I just disagree with you then, Parker, that God did say that it would be wrong to do it or whatever. Can we get past that though, or is that the extent of this?
God doesn't restrict people's access to abortion. Why should you? You're not answering the question.
I disagree that God would be in favor of not murdering people. I mean, we can go with that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he doesn't restrict them from doing it.
Okay, so let's say, okay, fine. To get past this part of the debate, I will just say, okay, I still want to restrict people. Let's just get past this. However, we can get past
what? Okay, you're not listening. I want you to listen. I'm trying to show you a point here, and you're really not trying to engage with the point. Okay?
Because the point is, I've never heard this point or this argument on this debate, this topic before. What's the point?
Well, you've never heard it before. Well, let me explain it to you. You've never heard it before doesn't mean that it's not a genuine point.
Okay, fine. Show me where. Okay, fine. Let's get into the specifics. Where does God not restrict, or would he be against restricting abortion?
He allows for people to have free will. You already agree with that? So women don't have restricted access because God can. God knows it happens, and God doesn't stop it.
God also knows that because it happens. God also knows that regular murder happens. That doesn't mean he is for it or okay with it.
No, but he's okay with allowing it.
It's called free will.
So then you should be okay with allowing it.
No, that's a horrible argument, though.
Why? But you should do as God does. Are you saying that you shouldn't do as God does?
Wait, I mean, I think here's a way to phrase how we'd say this. Is it wrong to not restrict or impede upon a woman's ability or will from getting an abortion?
Is it wrong to impede? I mean, I would use less words. It's wrong for a woman to, in most cases, electively
that's not what the fuck what I'm asking.
And then take their baby.
No, you confuse this shit again. I'm kicking you. That's not what I asked. Repeat what I asked you.
Say it again, then.
Is it wrong to not restrict a woman's access to abortion?
To not restrict it, then no. Is it wrong to restrict it? Oh, then yes, I guess. You're trying to confuse me.
If it's wrong to not restrict a woman's access to abortion, then God has done something bad because God has opted to not restrict a woman's access to abortion.
God makes the rules. He does not do bad.
Okay, if God doesn't do bad and God doesn't restrict a woman's access to abortion.
Oh my God, dude, you gotta watch this fourth to last video, dude. Oh my God, dude.
He already did, Parker. He's the one that got everyone to watch it.
Stop, dude.
We're day late. Yeah.
Stop.
We've seen it.
Stop.
Parker, at least you didn't end your live over it. Dean got so affected by it, he shut the whole thing down.
I didn't.
Dude, I understand, dude.
That live got banned.
Oh my, no, dude.
That would have been funny. It was very comedic timing, Dan. I'll tell you that.
No, it was. Yeah, it was.
But anyways, like what I was saying was, if God can do no wrong, and God has opted to not restrict a woman's access to abortion, then it's not wrong to opt to not restrict.
God has not done that. People have done that, and He has let them make that decision. Can we make that distinction?
Yes. No. God has done that. God has opted to not restrict a woman's access to abortion.
I disagree. People have done that, right?
Holy fuck.
Don't get upset now, Dean. Control your emotions. Breathe. Come on.
Ultimately speaking, has God created everything in existence and set the rule book for how the world shall operate?
He has let people make decisions, and he has set the rule.
You're not engaging. So yes, He did set the rule book. Right, and inside, right, of the formulation of existence in the rule book in which has been set by God, right? Did God opt to allow women the free will and ability to opt for abortion unrestrictedly?
Just because God allows somebody to do something. Again, this is a very, very circular argument.
It's not a circular argument. You're finally starting to get it. God allows it. Right? If God wanted to restrict it, then He would restrict it. Right? But the thing is God allows that. He does not restrict or impede upon that. Right?
No, He isn't. What are you talking about? God does not. There's people on both sides, and God created them both.
Could God snap His fingers and restrict a woman from ever being able to get an abortion ever again?
Sure, He could. He could also snap His fingers.
Okay. So in other words, does God do that? Does He snap His fingers and do that?
No, because He allows free will.
Okay. So God has opted to allow women to access abortion.
So back when
do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, like the argument could go both ways, though. It could go against or for anything that you are.
The crazy thing is that you're just making the argument worse. Because you're right. You got us. It doesn't just apply to abortion. It applies to all evil ever. Okay. So
and
this
good.
is a critique of
all
everything.
Good then,
right?
But you're not going to apply anything that good happens to God. You wouldn't do that.
This is a complete fucking red herring fallacy. Will you stay on track or should you get kicked?
Well, that's up to you. You have all the power to kick. I don't.
Will you agree to stop committing red herrings and stick with the argument that you're being fucking slippery and you're trying to obfuscate your way out of?
I'm not trying to offer you anything. I'm just,
you are trying to obfuscate your way out of this position because it's been abundantly clear. Are you saying that God cannot do wrong? God has opted to not restrict a woman's access to abortion. Thereby, it's not wrong to restrict a woman's access to abortion.
Just because God cannot do wrong does not mean people cannot do wrong. I think.
Pinhead, I have a question. Do you watch Charlie Kirk?
I have watched Charlie. I've seen both of you guys.
I fucking knew it.
I've seen both of you guys on.
I knew it.
You've watched Charlie Kirk too, Parker. Have you ever watched Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, I used to.
Used to, as in like the last few months recently?
No. When I was younger, when I was like a Republican, when I was like 2017, 2018, around then, right before I became like Democratic.
We can have a debate about Charlie Kirk.
And then I dog walked him.
That's what you think. Yeah, you think he dog walked him. There's people on both sides saying
name me one point. Name me one point he beat me on specifically.
I'd have to go back and I haven't seen it in a little while. But,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was very interesting though.
All right. You want to head to your live, Parker?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, we'll go to your live. We'll you with the raid. I could even join up for a little bit. Like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm down. All right, I'll see you, bro.
Bet. Are you going on your main?
Yep.
All right, bet. See you soon.
See you.
All right, chat. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and end the debates for the night, y'all. I'll hang out on Parker's stream for about like 5 or 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'm gonna go suck it up and go get my girlfriend a very beautiful dress and get myself a very handsome suit. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I can't wait. I love, I do love getting like nice dress clothes. It'll be nice to have a formal suit. I think it's something that I just need to do, especially like in the realm in which I operate. Like if you're in politics, you need a nice suit. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna get that done. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Post it on Insta and take pics. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of pics. Yeah, get a navy one. Yeah, wait, actually, before we head to Parker's, I actually want to run something by y'all real quick. I'm thinking about like a navy blue suit coat, with like a navy blue like suit pants, because I have really nice, a very nice, what do you call it, like brown shoes and brown belt, and like they're exorbitantly nice. You know, that's the outfit that you saw me in, like the video where I'm golfing, and what I wore a lot on, you know, my trip out to, whatchamacallit? On my trip out to Vegas. So I don't want to get like new black dress shoes. I just want to keep what I have. So I gotta find like a suit that'll go with the brown shoes and the brown belts. So what should I do? What color of suit should I get in one word? Blue suit or something else? As long as it'll go with brown shoes and a brown belt. Blue. Perfect. Perfect. All right, you guys. Everyone raid Parker or gray? Blue or gray or maroon? All right, thank you guys so much. I'm going to look for those options. Awesome, you guys. So yeah, everybody head over to Parker Get a Job on TikTok. This is the first live back on his main, so this is super duper exciting. Everybody head over there right now, y'all. I'll see y'all there at Parker Get a Job. Spam Dean Raid in his comment section. Let's get those numbers up. And yeah, maybe I'll look for a gray suit. I do think that gray looks very nice on me. Sab, thank you for the subscription. And Isabella, thank you for the $5 donation for the suit and the dress fund. Wait, chat, is Parker live? Is Parker live? Is Parker live? He's not live yet? What is this boy doing? What is this boy doing? Not yet? Bro, what is this motherfucker? What is this motherfucker doing? He's selling, dude. He's selling. Hurry up, Parker. Okay, I guess we're just hanging out in here until he goes on. He's selling so hard. We'll continue to talk about this. Gray, bro? Yeah, dude, honestly, I think gray might look the best. I'm going to look for gray first. Because what I've noticed is that like gray colors really exemplify the color of my eyes, and as well as like they just look good with my complexion. So I think I will look for something that's gray or blue, but I'm going to Dillard's if you've ever heard of it. And we'll see what we can find there. But okay, Parker's live. Everyone spam at Parker Get a Job down below in that comment section. I will see you all there. Me, thank you for the galaxy. I'll be hanging out probably for the first guest, and then I'll dip. At Parker Get a Job, everyone head there, spam Dean Raid in the comment section. And yeah, see you all there. Peace out. Peace and love at Parker Get a